Well, a very good afternoon from Phuket, and the weather today is absolutely glorious, and I've brought you over to Surin. Now, the last time I was here at Surin Beach was actually 7 months ago. It doesn't seem like 7 months since I was last here, but it has actually been, because I checked on my channel to see when I uploaded the Surin video, and when I came over at that point, Surin wasn't looking particularly great. The beach area almost deserted, and lots of businesses around the town were closed down, shut, gone. But the situation has now changed, and I'm glad to say it's actually changed for the better. The beach area is looking a lot better and a lot busier. The town itself, 95% I would say of the businesses have recovered in the town area. I have drove through this morning and I can see many businesses open and trading, so that's great to see. Now, we're not going to be covering the town on this particular video. We're just going to have a look at the beach area, because Surin Beach is absolutely beautiful. So let's now go and have a look around the beach. I've just arrived, parked up the bike, and I'm going to make my way down towards the northern end first of all, and we're going to have a walk along the beach, and we're going to have a look at what vendors are here, because there's an awful lot of vendors. There's a restaurant, the only restaurant with a permanent structure at the other end. The southern end of the beach is now open as well, because that was closed the last time I visited it. So there's plenty of places now here at Surin Beach to get yourself something to eat and drink. I think there's a few small stores selling clothing, t-shirts, etc. I think, because I was over here a few days ago and it really surprised me what I saw at Surin, and that's why I wanted to start off again, because as you know, there's been a bit of a break on my channel since I was last doing videos. So I wanted to start off on a really good note, and Surin, when I came down the other day with Nat, was looking absolutely great. Really busy. There was a lot of people around the beach area. It really blew me away, to be honest. As you can see there, just selling some clothing. So I was right, there's some clothing stalls as well as food stalls, but there's an awful lot of vendors. Now, at one time there used to be a lot of restaurants down here with semi-permanent structures, but all that's been taken away. So now you've got this sort of situation that you can see in front of me, where they're all temporary stalls, but you can get some beach wear and rubber rings and stuff for the kids down here. The beach looking great. The weather the last few months has been absolutely fantastic. Today is no exception. Absolutely glorious. Blue skies, a few clouds in the sky, a light breeze, but nothing much. Again, you can see the stalls there. So a really good mix of food and accessories, beach wear, etc. If you're coming down to the beach, then you're going to be able to get something if you haven't already got it, as regards accessories for the beach. And of course, food and drink readily available. Plenty of tables that I can see set out. So again, you haven't got to worry about eating on the beach if you don't want to. Of course you can. I noticed a lot of sunbeds now on the beach area itself, as you can see there in the distance. Awful lot of sunbeds again back on the beach. To be expected, because of course if you're a tourist over here, a lot of tourists want somewhere to sit. They don't want to just sit straight on the stand. So I understand, difficult situation with sunbeds. It's nice when there's only a few, not too many, because sometimes there's too many and it does spoil the beach area. Is there too many now on Surin Beach? Well, I'll leave that down to you to decide. There's an awful lot here now than what there was 7 months ago, that's for sure. A very different picture, I'm glad to say. I'm pleased to see that it's now starting to pick up. Now, since I've been away and I haven't been doing any videos, a lot of things have changed. We've seen the test and go start up, and then we saw it suspended, and now we've seen it reinstated. So as of the 1st of February this month, basically today is the 10th of February, so from the 1st of this month the test and go has been reinstated, but they have modified it a little bit. To the first test and go, you are now required to take 2 tests rather than just the 1 test. So that does mean that you have to book an extra night's accommodation, whereas before you only really needed 1 night's accommodation, you actually need to book 2 nights accommodation. So you have your first test when you come into the country, when you land at the airport, and then the results are sent back to the hotel after your first day, and then on day 5 you've got to take another test, and you need to spend that evening in the hotel waiting for your test results. As long as those results come back negative, as everybody knows, you are then free to roam around Thailand, no restrictions. So it's good that it's come back. It's not quite as straightforward as it was the first time, and I understand why they've done that. I don't want to get into the politics of it, but we can see plenty of food and drink stalls, lots of restaurants here. Great choice here at Surin Beach. If you're staying in this area, Bantao and Cherntale are just a few minutes up the road from here, so a great place to stay because you've got a lot of choice around this area. Cherntale, big shopping area. I have covered it on the channel. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. A lot of life there, especially at night. You know, you've got bars and clubs, stroke bar type venues, that sort of thing. I wouldn't say outright nightclubs, but I think there are a few nightclubs in the Bantao area if that's your thing, if that's what you're looking for. But there's plenty of entertainment around this area. You're not going to be short of it in the evening. Now, as regards the opening times, it's hard to say what time the bars are going to close, to be honest. I think the law at the moment is 11 p.m. Are all the bars closing at 11 p.m? Honestly, I can't say. You're probably going to find there's a mixture. So let's now make our way onto the beach. As you can see, there's a lovely area just before you enter onto the beach here at Surin where you can sit. Obviously there's a lot of tables and chairs and that here, but it gives a bit of shade, so if you get too hot on the beach, come and grab yourself a drink, sit in the shade, have 5-10 minutes relaxing before you go back. And now you can see the water looking fantastic. This is a great beach, but one thing I will say about this beach is it does drop away quite quickly compared to other beaches here on the island, so it can get quite deep quite quick. That's just something that I've noticed. Now look at this, how beautiful. What a day, what a beautiful day. We are getting a few thunderstorms in the evenings, but it's nothing to worry about, only a very few. A little bit of rain, it's to be expected because it's so hot, and it really has been hot the last month. Some days unbearable. I don't really want to go in the sun some days because it's so hot. But look at that, how beautiful does that look today? It's a really nice sight to see all the people on the beach, to be honest. And I know the sunbeds are very controversial, but I'm actually pleased to see them because it means that the people are coming back, and that's just a great thing, obviously, to have people back now after for such a long time, with so many businesses being closed and being lost to the situation. It's just great to see people coming back, start spending money, and businesses reopening. Myself and Nat, our business, we've had a tough time, I'll be honest with you, the last 2 years. We're still not out the woods yet, but it's getting better all the time, which I'm glad to say. Things are easing up, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been about as much, because I've had to put my attention to the businesses. Even the beach vendors now walking around selling. Again, I haven't seen that for a very long time, and it's actually a welcome sight. I know some people may not like them, but it's nice to see them back about. It means there's people around. And just look at it today, how beautiful. What a fantastic beach. Highly recommend Surin. This area, really nice. Hello mate, eating your ice cream. I think he's selling ice creams there. But beautiful, really nice to see. Lots of people about on the beach. It's far from packed. I'm not going to say it's packed, but it's a great sight to see people here. And let's hope it continues. Let's hope the situation now stays stable, because that's the main thing. As long as the situation remains stable and the test and go isn't suspended again, hopefully things are going to keep improving. They are improving. It is slow. It's not overnight. It is very slow. There's still a lot of areas around the island, as you will see in the next coming weeks and months. As I've said, I'm now back making videos again. I've had to take a while away from it because I've had to put attention elsewhere, and I just haven't had the time. I've had a lot of things on the go. I've had to sort the house that we're living out. I've had to sort businesses, that type of thing, so I just couldn't concentrate on making videos. They do take up a lot of my time, but as I say, going forward now, hopefully I can concentrate a little bit more on this and bring you some more beautiful sights of Phuket. It's really nice. Wow, lots of people about. Really surprised the other day when I came over with Nat on Tuesday it was. I was just blown away. I thought, this is great. Caron, it's still quiet there. It's still not anywhere near what it used to be. The beach area is getting better, but the actual town is still very quiet. There are hotels opening, of course, and there are a few shops, but it's very, very slow. Kata, same sort of position really. I think Surin is actually doing very, very well. It's one of the most liveliest beach area resorts that I've seen of late. I spent Tuesday really riding around, taking a look, seeing what the position is. Great to see families on the beach there, taking some shots. Really nice to see these things now. When you haven't seen them for, well, 2 years, it's great to see. Little things sort of makes me smile now, whereas before it was an everyday thing, but then for 2 years we've virtually had nothing. So really nice to see this. But wow, what a fantastic day, weather, and it's just great. Let's hope this continues. And just look, let's take a look at the water, because Surin Beach, as I say, it does, as you can see, they're quite close to the shore there, and it is quite deep because it's up to their shoulders. So that's the only thing I would say about Surin Beach. It does drop away quite sharply. So of course, for families with younger children, you need to keep an eye on your children, because it's not as flat as Kata Beach or Patong Beach, Caron Beach. You can go quite a way out before it gets deep, but here it gets deep very quickly. So it's just worth bearing that in mind. But it is a safe beach, relatively safe. Of course, this time of the year, high season, not too many undercurrents. Oh, lots of people about in the water. I could do with a dip myself, to be honest. So I'm going to make my way down to the southern end of the beach, and as I've said, I'm going to show you the restaurant that's down there. That is now open. I saw that the other day. Lots of motorbikes parked around the beach area. It was very, very busy. I just couldn't believe how busy this beach actually was, because we had a complete drive around. Well, not a complete drive around. I got up to Surin. I didn't go any further than Cherntale. I was going to go to Bantao, but time was getting on, one thing and another, so I didn't go any further. I'm going to go and take a look at Bantao, because it's been a long time since I've been in Bantao, and the video that I did I had to cut short because it was just such a depressing picture over there. I just didn't want to film it anymore because everywhere was shut. Now I'm sure it has changed over the last 7 or 8 months, and I'm sure it's improved. So Bantao is definitely on the list of videos that are going to be coming this month. I'm going to get over to Bantao and take a look, because I've recently done, well, I say recently, fairly recently, I've done Kata and Caron, so you know the score over there, and there hasn't been that much of a change since I last did the videos there. It's sort of, some places are open, but a lot of places are still remaining closed. Some hotels are open, but not fully open. They're partly staffed, part facilities available, not all the facilities available, which is a bit of a shame. But it seems to be taking Caron a lot longer to recover. Kata is doing a little bit better. I noticed a large hotel in Kata that's reopened. Again, I don't know whether they're fully open, but they have reopened. But look at this. I think the name of that hotel was the Palmery. That was open, and there was another one a little bit further along the road as well. I can't remember the name now. Villa, I think it's Villa Blue or Blue Villa, something like that. I believe they've reopened as well. So there are slowly some improvements in the Kata area, but Caron really, really struggling. I'm not quite sure why. Now of course, if you haven't already joined my Facebook group, then please do, because I do post in that regular, even when I'm not making YouTube videos, because of course Facebook posts are a lot easier for me to do than videos. They don't take as long. So if you want to stay informed as to what's going on here on the island of Phuket, then join my Facebook group. I will of course put a link down in the description to that. And also on the group you're going to get information on restaurants and things that I don't always make videos on. Ooh. Okay, I need to move up a bit because I'm getting a bit wet here. So on my jeans, I should have put my swimming shorts on really today. Wasn't thinking this morning, but wow, fantastic. Let's just take a look down the beach for a moment. Look at that, wow. Surin Beach. Even the speedboats are out now, and I see the jet skis are out on the water as well. So again, it's great to see that after such a long time. And like I say, my last visit 7 months ago here to Surin Beach, when we looked at it, it looked very, very different to what it does today. As you can see, a lot of people not wearing masks. People have been asking me on my Facebook group about the situation as regarding face masks and what they need to do when they come over. I'll be honest with you right now, even though it is actually required in Phuket for people to wear face masks in all public places, from what I've seen, especially on Tuesday when I was riding around in all the main tourist areas, 95% of the people, and what I'm talking about is foreigners, are not wearing the face masks. Now, it's not for me to say one way or the other. I've discussed this before about face masks. It's all down to the individual really, but I do feel that a lot of the Thai people are concerned about the situation, and obviously if you're entering to a business, a restaurant, a small shop, really you should be wearing a face mask just to show respect, really, just to show respect more than anything. Whether you agree with them or not, I do feel you should, because I see a lot of people there, a lot of the Thai people, they worry when they see a foreigner and they come into the store, business, whatever it may be, and they're not wearing any face protection for the mask. Now, I don't know who's got what and how effective the masks are. I'm not saying that, but out of respect, I think you should. But at the end of the day, you have to make your own minds up. But I know that in a lot of the tourist areas, a lot of people are not wearing them. There was a thing in the media a few weeks ago that they were going to have a crackdown in Patong in particular. How that went, I don't know. I think they were just advising people to wear them. I don't think they were fining them. I never heard of any actual fines being given out, but you can get fined up to 20,000 baht. Have people been fined? I really don't know. And if they have, by how much, again, I don't know. Again, I tend to use my common sense. If I'm entering into a business, then I'll put my mask on. I'm not wearing my mask now because I'm walking down the beach and nobody else is wearing a mask. So at the end of the day, that's the way it is around the beach area. And I think the beach areas are not really required anyway, even though it is a public space. So again, it's down to your own common sense, really. Okay, well, we're just coming down to that restaurant, and that's just over the back there. So if you're looking for a proper restaurant, so to speak, rather than those sort of non-permanent ones that we've just looked at earlier on, then there is one on Surin Beach just at the bottom. Yeah, again, plenty of sunbeds all the way down the beach, as you can see, all the way down the beach. So plenty of sunbeds to pick from. You're not going to be struggling. If that's what you want, you're going to be able to find some. So let's now just take a quick walk over towards the restaurant. We'll have a look from the outside. I'm not going to go in, and I'm not going to make this video too long. I want to try and change the way I do the videos to make it easier to produce the videos, simply because of time. This is what is against me, is having the time to make the YouTube videos all the time. Okay, let's just see where I can get out. I think up here looks like a path leading off the beach. It is really, really hot. Wow, it is sweltering today. really warm day, even though there's a bit of cloud and there's a light breeze, as you can see, and the brollies, they're blowing about a little bit. It is still very, very hot, and as I mentioned, they're getting a few thunderstorms in the evening. Not every night. It didn't rain last night, but it rained the night before and it was quite heavy, but it only lasted an hour, so nothing to worry about. Sometimes you get an electrical storm just because it's so hot in the daytime, but generally the weather is like this, and it is absolutely beautiful. There's no doubt it's definitely a day for the beach today. As you can see behind me, lots of people here. Yep, definitely great to see. Parking all the way along Surin Beach, so you're not really going to have an issue trying to find any parking. It is quite busy, lots of motorbikes about, but somewhere along the beach you're going to find a spot to park your bike if you come in on a bike, or even a car. There is a car park, so you're going to be able to find that. And there at the bottom, I believe, is the restaurant, if I'm right. We'll just go and have a little bit closer look, because we just rode past it the other day. I think there might be one there. I don't know whether it's the same one, just split. I'm not quite sure whether it's the same owners or whether it's a different one. I couldn't tell you, but you have got a choice. Yep, that's a restaurant. I see the tables inside, so I don't know whether it's the same restaurant that runs all the way along or whether they're different restaurants, but there's definitely a restaurant or two here, so you're going to be able to get some Thai, European food there. I can see they do homemade pizzas from the boards outside. I don't know what the prices are. I'm not going in to eat. I just want to cover the beach area for today's video, and then we're going to take it from there. As you can see, wow, just look at this, absolutely fantastic, superb. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. As I say, I'm going to include my link to my Facebook group down in the description, so if you want to go and check that out, then please do, because I say sometimes there's stuff in there that I simply don't make videos on because I can't, it's too short or whatever the reasons may be, so it's very useful to have. And of course, the group's now over 1,000 members, so lots of people posting on their experiences and their places that they like, so you're going to get tips on other places that maybe I don't cover or I don't know about, because of course Phuket is quite a large island. I don't know the whole of the island. I'm still discovering places, believe it or not, even though I've been coming here for a long time and now living here, I'm still discovering new places. There's thousands of restaurants, of course, across the whole of the island, so I don't know them all. So it's always good to get any tips, any recommendations. If you've got somewhere that you want me to cover, places that you know that are really good, recommend them and I'll go and take a look. So that really leaves me to say, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.